Hey everybody, this is Miss Heather from the Counseling Office with a short webinar which captures the most important information that was presented at the Junior University Launch Meeting Part 1 on Wednesday at Flex Time. We are so excited to get to work with your class. You've been so patient as we worked through all of the senior applications, and we submitted more than 460 university applications, but it is your turn and we're really excited. Just a quick reminder of who is in the counseling office and who we support. You will likely be working with one or more of us as through your university process. Mr. Lally is the World University Counselor, that being all countries outside of the US and Chile. You might have been very familiar with him as your grade 11 advisor, and now we're going to split you according to your university plans. He'll support a lot with career counseling as well and supports the SAT coordination. I support all those students who'd like to submit a university application to the US and also oversee all the academic advising for grade 12 and support the coordination of ACT. And we're very happy to always work with Ms. Nalagach, who is the National Plan Director and supports anybody interested in applying to a Chilean university. Before we get into some nuts and bolts about the junior process, we wanted to remind you of some really awesome upcoming university events. We certainly had an intense schedule semester 1, and this is a lighter schedule, but be sure not to miss these dates. These are all posted in Naviance as well. 2 fairs coming up. One is the March 15th. We'll have a group of 14 USA and world universities coming to campus with a combination of small group seminars during flex time and a university fair during an extended lunch block. That should really be a huge focus. The names of the universities and things are posted already on Naviance. So I'll send out some announcements which will allow you to prepare for the fair. The 17th of April, there'll be a UK university fair that will be in the morning, and you can work with Mr. Lally about those universities that are continuing to register for attendance, and that you'll need to get teacher permission to miss class if you're not having an assessment. And the 18th of April, the next day, we're going to be having an awesome consortium of US large research private institutions, Dartmouth, Northwestern, NYU, Vanderbilt, and Washington University in St. Louis come. So please put that on your calendar to attend a Flex and Lunch presentation and Q&A information session. This is for kids from all grades as well as your parents. So quickly, I just wanted to review Mr. Lally, Ms. Paz, and I always counsel from these important values instead of any rankings or names, although it can be very tempting to come into our office now and say, where's my college list? However, we really want to start with you, and you'll see the most important initial tasks of the junior process is to actually figure out who you are, what it is that you want and need, and how can we best match you to a university or set of universities that will satisfy that. But we really believe every student is unique. You are not your GPA or your test scores. You are not like your siblings or your best friends. The landscape is constantly changing. So what might have been true for a sibling 3 to 5 years ago might not longer be true. They change rules mid-cycle, much less the changing landscape of the applicant pool. So we are ready to work with you at face value, and we need to get to know you as well as possible. We always are committed to fit over formula. For sure, the fit can cut across so many different scales, the academic, the personal, the social, financial, etc. Most important is that you are the stars. You are at the center of this process, and very quickly, and certainly on an increasing capacity for you to take responsibility for your decisions for all of the steps that need to be taken in this process. We cheerlead, we nag, we guide, we counsel, we support you, but we never do your work, and neither should your parents. So there's so many things to keep organized, and it's our commitment to help you organize and prioritize, but you really are showing us. You're walking the walk of what you say it is that you want, and we're here to help you get there. At the same time, this is an important time where you're going to be putting yourself out there, figuring out what it is that you want in your heart and mind and going for it and actually telling people about it. People are going to know what it is that you want and know the outcome. So this is an important time that you're going to sign up to have some kind of public evaluation. But over the next year, we're going to help you get your ego intact so that you'll survive some disappointments and survive some amazing offers to understand who you are, like who you are, be proud of who you are, regardless of of your university decisions. Obviously, communication will facilitate the best outcomes for all of this through the team of counselors, students, teachers, parents. What we are engaged in, happily, is a dance. And Mr. Lally and I happen to like to dance. In partner dancing, we use this as a metaphor a lot for the work that we do. There is a lead and a follow role to be played, not necessarily associated with a man or a woman per se, but between one of the two persons. We, the counselors, are in a lead position at this moment to initiate somewhat of a comprehensive lead. And as you become more familiar with the process, we can be more improvisational. But there really isn't pulling or pushing. It's about people carrying their own weight. It's about dancing a different way with every particular partner. So we really, from a philosophical standpoint, believe that we're engaged in this partnership that can be beautiful. But most importantly, there is choreography to be executed with some individual flair for sure. But we are going to help you learn the steps to this important routine that's going to take more than a year to execute. You guys have been in junior advisory groups that were originally assigned with not a great deal of intention, and it's just mix the group, but now we are. We are going to, from here on out, because we are going to be doing university-related activities during Wednesday flex times, we are going to sort you into university teams. I know that I have been glued to my television for the past few weeks watching the Olympic Games, so why not use the team colors to organize students based on their regions of choice for university applications. So everybody in the junior class is going to choose one team to be on. Team Blue is going to be those students who for sure, 100% believe they are only going to apply to a Chilean university, that all their university plans depend upon seeing the PSU process through studying, taking the exam, and waiting till the results are posted. Team Blue. That's Team Yellow are those students who for sure, and their parents agree, that they are only going to be applying to USA schools only. Green and red teams are combinations. The green team is going to be a student that would like at least one USA university and at least one other application to some other country, including Chile or somewhere else. One of USA and at least one somewhere else. And the red country is those students applying to countries not including Chile or the USA. So the most important task of this day, our Wednesday session, was to go onto Naviance to complete a one-question survey. If you log on to Naviance, I believe the password has been reset, just in case you forgot. Your username is your student email at Nido, and the password is NIDO 2019, all lowercase, no space. Nido 2019 is the password. Then you can reset it. But log on here to connection.naviance.com/Nido. There is no www in the front. If you would click on the About Me tab in Naviance, and on the left-hand side where it says Surveys to Take, you should have a survey with the title Class of 2019 University Teams. The one question will ask you to choose one team to be on. Thank you for completing that at your earliest convenience. Now, in terms of the junior university process, we are not going to have the teams line up in this format. The train is leaving the station and they leave the station at different times. We are instead going to execute the junior university process in this way intentionally. We just don't want anybody to worry they are being left behind. The U.S. train leaves the station and you better be on it because there is not another one coming. The U.S. is going to be in the lead position only because to go the same distance to meet all the application deadlines, you have to do so much more. So you will be seeing Team Green and Team Yellow way out front. Don't worry. The other teams are going to get their time when appropriate. As Mr. Lally likes to say, this is when the UK train is leaving. And oh, if you missed that, here comes the Netherlands train or the Australia train or something, or there might be multiple UK trains. So that is why we're going to have a staggered start, and you'll see those students who are engaged in the US process even if it's just one university on your list and all the rest are world universities, you need to be on the US train. So stay tuned for those dates and the rollout, and that's just know that that's very intentional, and that we have expertise in our regions, and we're going to be doing things on a very timely manner while supporting students who are most likely crossover in multiple regions. The staggered start then looks like this. March will be the month where junior universities will be focusing on all those students in the USA process. They have to prepare a significant amount of materials, and that is the focus of next Wednesday's Flex meeting. We're going to be assigning dates, and you will know when your junior universities come up. April is going to be the time when world universities will begin, and especially for those students who have completed the USA process and then can switch over to Mr. Lally. So you'll be seeing Wednesday Flex times organized by teams, so stay tuned for those announcements. One plug of things that everybody should be doing already, and one is to keep your eye on the ball about standardized tests. At the end of semester one, during semester one, you invested a great deal of time for diagnostic testing. I had a meeting about what to do with all that information, and many of you engaged in Arbor Bridge tutorials and are hopefully starting to prepare. You can see the test dates for both SAT and ACT on the slide. Those are the test dates. The registration dates are usually a month before. It is the student responsibility to register for their exams online. So all juniors are encouraged to take 2 of the same exam in their junior year. That's, of course, if you need it for your university process. And nearly everyone will need to do English language proficiency for the TOEFL. So this is going to be an important part of getting your ducks in a row. But please pay attention to the March date coming up for the SAT and the April 14th date for the ACT. And then finally, Naviance is going to be where you all are living now a lot. The junior university material process will be embedded in this. Many of the surveys and data that's collected will all be through your Naviance account. So make sure you create a password that you will remember, and we will communicate both resources and tasks and dates through there as well. We're really excited to work with you, juniors. See you soon. Remember to take that survey in Naviance and pay attention to your team assignments. Here we go.